A pleasant good afternoon to one and all in the region, across the nation, around the world. We welcome y'all to women's basketball on Snowman Multimedia Sports. And as you can see, today's game features the top team in the land, the UConn Huskies and the Marquette Golden Eagles in Big East play. My name is Brian Snow. Time for our starting lineups. KK Arnold, Ashlyn Shade, AZ Fudd, Sarah Strong, and Sarah Williams. For the champs, Lee Volker, Jaden Madison, along with Kennedy Perkins from Bolingbrook, Illinois, Haley Vince, and Skylar Forbes. UConn, blue tops, blue bottoms, white numbers, and white lettering. Sarah Strong, the super sophomore, leads UConn in every major statistical category. And we saw this kind of stuff last year. Meanwhile, for Marquette, they have lost their last two in a row, as opposed to Connecticut, who is undefeated coming into today's game. We are live and smoking from the McGuire Center. And off we go, and it's Marquette that has control. And they bring it in the front court. They'll work right to left in the first half. Mason off to the left, guarded by KK Arnold. 20 on the shot clock. They go over the top into Forbes. Forbes backs in, comes back out to Mason. To the right side for Vice, a three. That's no good. And the rebound taken down by Sarah Williams. Back comes KK Arnold for Connecticut. They work left to right in the road uniforms. Arnold on the move off to the left, finds Fudd. Out front, Shade. On the right side is Williams. Underneath the Fudd, had a shot blocked and cleared by Volker. Volker and the Golden Eagles back the other way. Mason in the front court. On the right side is Forbes. Forbes with a chest pass back left to Perkins. Perkins stops at the foul line, comes back out to Volker. A three-pointer on the way, missed it wide to the left. Back tap back out to Mason. They'll get a fresh 20. On the right side is Perkins. Perkins on the drive right of the lane and on Strong. Decided better of it. Comes back out to Volker. That's a three. Off the back of the rim, no good. Rebound on the floor, taken down by Mason. They'll get a third try. Driving in is Forbes. In from the left. Layup spins out, but a foul called. No, they did not call a foul. They called a 3-second violation. 8:45 for the first. Fudd has it out front to Shade. Shade on the left side is Strong. Strong back to Fudd out front. Underneath Sarah Williams had her ball stripped, taken away by Mason. Mason back the other way. On the fly, right to left. Mason stops at the foul line. Now peels back out to the left. Mason directing traffic on the left wing. 8:27 left in the first. Mason standing dribble. Now uses a scissor dribble on the drive. Left baseline. Comes up shooting and hitting. Jordan Mason with the first 2 points of the game, and Marquette leads 2-0. KK Arnold back the other way. In the front court, finds Strong off to the left. She'll take a three, and she rimmed it off the rim, no good, and the rebound Mason. Mason back the other way for Marquette, right to left. White tops, white bottoms, the blue numbers trimmed in yellow. On the left side is Forbes. Forbes on the drive into the lane, ships a pass underneath the Vice. Vice has her shot blocked by Williams, cleared by Williams, comes back out to AZ Fudd. Back comes Connecticut. The UConn Huskies, the top-ranked team in the land, operating in their front court. Arnold has it out front. Arnold on the drive, spins in, double fake, shoots it up, no good, but a travel. Gino Auriemma, in his 41st season as the head coach of the UConn Huskies. 41 wonderful years, which includes 12 national championships. Second turnover against UConn. Now Forbes brings it up. Now to Mason. Excuse me, that's Perkins. Perkins on the move off to the right. Now hands it to Vice. Vice tries to split the double team. And a foul called on KK Arnold. That's her first. And the first team foul. Perkins was looking for a handoff to Forbes, and Forbes got it, but she was fouled by Arnold. Foul line extended right. They look to come in, and they come into Mason. Mason outside right. Mason at the top of the circle. Fakes a shot. Now pressured by Strong. They got to switch somewhere if they can find it. Vice out to the right. Back out front to Mason. 10 to shoot. Mason on move with a scissor dribble. Works it left of the key. Comes up shooting and hitting for three. 5-0 Marquette. Connecticut has opened up 0 for 3 from the floor. Marquette 2 for 6. Ashlyn Shade off to the right. At the top of the circle is Jenna Al-Alfie, who's come onto the floor. AZ Fudd off the Al-Alfie screen, comes up shooting, missing. Al-Alfie back taps the rebound out of bounds, belongs to the Golden Eagles. I nearly said Marquette Warriors. The last couple of games for Connecticut, they've started off very slow in a highly anticipated match against Tennessee. They were tied at the half before they blew them away. And they started out slow against Creighton, only leading by 5 at the end of 1 before they blew them out. Mason off to the right. Mason keeps the dribble, now attacks right baseline. Hook pass back outside to Vice. Vice comes up shooting for 3. That's no good. Rebound Forbes. Forbes takes it back outside to Mason on the right wing. Mason guarded by KK Arnold. Leans over the dribble off to the right. Mason stops, pops the long 3. That's short. Rebound out of bounds. It's a 30-second violation. So Mason will score the first 5 points of the game. Has Marquette in front 5-0. 6:27 left in the first. And now Mason will depart in favor of Utberg. KK Arnold back the other way for the Connecticut Huskies. Arnold front court to the right. Retreats back the other way. Now finds Strong. Strong on the right wing. Out front, Al-Alfie. On the left side, Ashlyn Shade. Over the top into Sarah Strong. Goes up. Missed the layup. Rebound, volleyball around. And comes down to Utberg. Utberg meets a double team in the backcourt. Looking for help. Jump ball. Goes to Connecticut. This is the furthest I've seen Connecticut start a game with a goose egg. And we've got 6:27 left in the first. 5-0. Marquette Golden Eagles. They have it in play to Fudd. AZ Fudd on the drive into the lane. Leans on Momans. Lays it up. Nope. Double dribble. And Connect turns it over for the third time. One foul in this game so far, and that is against Connecticut. And now the Huskies will turn on the full court pressure. They have it in play to Volker. Volker finds Weiss. Weiss back to Volker on the drive in from the left. Steps back for three and missed it off the back of the rim. The rebound comes down to El Alfie. She had 10 rebounds her last time out. Ashlyn Shade in the front court. Hands to Fudd. Back to El Alfie. Back to Fudd. Three-pointer on the way. Got it! And Connecticut's on the board. Azzi Fudd, last year's most outstanding player in the women's Final Four, which we will have on the network this year, makes it 5-3 and 5:25 left in the first. Utberg off to the right, guarded by Shade. Top of the circle is Weiss. Weiss on the move left, finds Volker. Volker with a scissor dribble against Sarah Williams. Now dumps it to Utberg in the corner. Back out to Weiss for three. Out to Forbes for three. That's missed. Rebound Ashlyn Shea. Connecticut with a chance to tie. KK Arnold in the front court, guarded by Utberg. Arnold on the drive. Splits the double team. Cruises in and lays it up. No good. And a foul called. Forbes picks up the foul, and there will be 2 free throws when y'all get back. Your score with 4:58 remaining in the first quarter. It is Marquette 5 and UConn 3. We're back in 100 seconds with more women's basketball after this.
Whether it's news, the largest egg producer finds bird flu in chickens at a Texas plant, weather, devastating tornadoes rip through the heart of the United States, inspiration, a breast cancer survivor completed the journey of chemotherapy, and now begins a future one of matrimony or sports. Michael Jordan is shown on a photo with Diddy. LeBron James has a video extolling the virtues of a Diddy party. This has been yet another beating a dead horse presentation. We got you covered. BS3 Network, in association with Comey Media Incorporated, proudly present The Morning Shift with Cole Johnson. Live every weekday at 8 a.m. Eastern, 7 a.m. Central.
SeatGeek is the ticketing app for fans like Boomstick Lady. No free throw is safe from the roar of her sticks. SeatGeek helps her find a seat in the direct eye line of the shooter so she can sit where her boomsticks make the biggest boom. Everybody okay? SeatGeek handles the tickets to sports, concerts, and more, so fans can fan.
Ryan McCoffey breaks the seal on our chat this afternoon, saying, "Go, my favorite sports team, go." Talking about the UConn Lady Huskies, who trail 5-3. There's 4:58 remaining in the first quarter. So far, Marquette is 2 for 9 from the floor, and Marquette is 1 for 5. That one lone field goal belonging to Azzi Fudd. A lot of people are tuning us in on the Shady Sports Network. Thank you all for tuning us in. Wherever you may be tuning in from, let us know where you are watching and or listening from, and we will shout you out on the air. This is fun to do. This is fun to do, especially since I have loved women's basketball since 1982. Now I get a chance to cover it. Yes, McCoffey, UConn is losing by a deuce so far, but as I said, they are 1 for 5 from the floor. Marquette is 2 for 9. But they'll have KK Arnold back to the free throw line. I think this is the longest that UConn has trailed in a game, as long as I've been covering him. So 2 free throws coming up for KK Arnold, a chance to tie the game. The first one here is good. And for KK Arnold, the junior, second one is good. We're tied at 5. She's third in the nation with a 3.5 assist to turnover ratio. Now against full court pressure, shy of the timeline, they have it in play to they have it across the timeline to Utberg. Utberg holds and looks against Arnold, comes back up top to Weiss. Weiss on the move to the left, guarded by Sarah Strong on a switch. Weiss stops left baseline, comes back outside to Muehlmans, back to Weiss, dump pass underneath, out of bounds. They were looking for Forbes underneath, and Marquette turns it over, and UConn will have a chance at the lead. They trailed 5-0. They now have 4 turnovers, does Marquette. Would you believe UConn is 1 for 5 from the floor, and we only have 10 total points scored. UConn has been a slow starting team lately. Strong has it to Shade on the left wing. On the drive, into the lane, baseline jump. Nope. Rebound off the foot, comes back to Fudd, back to Shade. Shade with a spin in the lane. Now they dump it underneath, and they lost the ball, but a travel. On for UConn is Kaylee Hickel, the 5'9" sophomore. From Portchester, New York. And also in for the first time is Allie Ziebell, who had 20 points her last time out. So it's Ziebell, Hickel, Shade, Strong, and Fudd for UConn. Back on is Perkins for Marquette. Perkins on the drive, left baseline against Hickel. Back outside to Muehlmans. Perkins on the drive in from the right. Her shot swatted out of bounds by Strong. Kennedy Perkins, the 5'6" senior, former Bolingbrook Raider, trying to lead her team to the ultimate upset. Perkins will pull the trigger. Baseline right. They have it in play to Mason. Mason flying in. Her shot is blocked by Strong again. So Strong has 3 quick blocks. Kaylee Hickel brings it up. UConn again with the chance at the lead, and 3:40 for the quarter. Hickel outside left. Out front, AZ Fudd. To the right side, Strong. Back to Fudd, right wing. Fudd back to Strong out front. She'll take the 3, and she missed it short. Rebound chased down by Mason. Ziebell provides help on defense. Mason motors in the front court. Bounce pass out front to Muehlmans. Dump pass underneath the Forbes. Stolen by Fudd. Back comes UConn the other way. Fudd on the drive to Hickel. Hickel on the drive, left baseline. Whip pass back out to Fudd for 3. Splash! And UConn has their first lead of the afternoon, 8-5, and 3:05 left in the quarter. Muehlmans has it in the backcourt against full court pressure, leaves it for Mason. Substitution coming for Marquette in just a moment. Perkins has it off to the right. Kennedy Perkins sends a dribble against Ziebell, has it out front to Forbes. Forbes, a couple of bounces. Ball poked away by Hickel, but a foul called on Hickel. That'll be the second team foul, and the first foul on Hickel. So UConn with their first lead of the game, 8-5, and 2:47 left in the opening quarter. But I've said this a lot, and I'll continue to say it. UConn, historically, this season has been a slow starting team. Lee Volker back on for Marquette. Kennedy Perkins standing dribble off to the right. Back to the left side for Weiss. Weiss kicks it right corner to Mason. Back to Perkins, right wing. 7 to shoot. Perkins leans over the dribble. Now attacks left in the lane against Hickel. Stops and starts. Lean in, flip. Nope, right at the shot clock horn, and Hickel the rebound. Back comes Sarah Strong, flying in, lays it up, left it short. Rebound taken down by Mason. You don't see Sarah Strong miss those. 2:16 left in the opening quarter. Why did this thing stop? Okay, 8-7 Marquette. Sorry for the temporary freeze. We got a foul called the other way. 1:48 left in the opening quarter. UConn leads 10-7 with 2 free throws to come. And Sarah Strong gets her first basket. And the scary thing about Strong is she's only going to get better. Strong, the super sophomore, gets ready, offers the free throw, good. Sarah Strong, 6'2" sophomore from Durham, North Carolina, played at Grace Christian. And now it's 11-7, UConn by 4 with 100 seconds left in the quarter. Each team has hit 3 field goals. Marquette has taken 3 more. They're 3 for 13. Standing dribble off to the left is Mason. Out front is Forbes. Forbes has it on the move to the right. Has it for Volker. Volker gets in the lane. Back out to Forbes, or back out to Vice, rather. And Vice had her pocket picked. And a loose ball foul against Volker. That's her first, the team's third. And now UConn the ball with a 4-point lead and 1:23 left in the quarter. 6 turnovers against the Marquette Golden Eagles. KK Arnold at the controls. Places it Strong, left at the key. Sarah Strong with a scissor dribble. Plays it back right to Arnold. Now to Fudd for 3 off the back of the rim. Rebound Mason. Chance for Marquette to make it a 1-point game, or make it a 2-point game, or one with a long one with a minute to go in the quarter. Perkins on the fly, dumps it to Forbes underneath, reverse layup, out, rebound Sarah Strong. UConn ball up 4, 50 seconds for the quarter. Here comes KK Arnold on the fly, free lane to the hoop, lays it in. KK Arnold with her 4th point of the game, and it's 13-7, and 40 seconds left in the quarter. They break the pressure device. Now a 3-pointer on the way is good for Lee Volker. That's her first field goal and points of the game. And the lead is back down to 3, 13-10, 30 seconds for the quarter, 25 on the shot clock. AZ Fudd has it out front. Now to Ziebell. Ziebell to Ashlyn Shade. Out front, Strong for 3, short. That's the 3rd one she's taken, and the 3rd time she's come up short on a 3-point goal. Back comes Perkins the other way. On the right side is Volker. Volker holds and looks. 9 seconds. Volker still holding and looking. 1 bounce dribble. Now plays it back out front to Mason. 3 seconds, now 2. Mason lifts up a 3. Nope. Reverse layup missed as time expired. And UConn, who trailed 5-0, lead by 3. Your score at the end of 1. UConn 13, Marquette 10. We'll come back with the second quarter after this on Snowman Multimedia Sports.
Whether it's news, the largest egg producer finds bird flu in chickens at a Texas plant, weather, devastating tornadoes rip through the heart of the United States, inspiration, a breast cancer survivor completed the journey of chemotherapy, and now begins a future one of matrimony or sports. Michael Jordan is shown on a photo with Diddy. LeBron James has a video extolling the virtues of a Diddy party. This has been yet another beating a dead horse presentation. We got you covered. BS3 Network, in association with Comey Media Incorporated, proudly present The Morning Shift with Cole Johnson. Live every weekday at 8 a.m. Eastern, 7 a.m. Central.
SeatGeek is the ticketing app for fans like Boomstick Lady. No free throw is safe from the roar of her sticks. SeatGeek helps her find a seat in the direct eye line of the shooter so she can sit where her boomsticks make the biggest boom. Everybody okay? SeatGeek handles the tickets to sports, concerts, and more, so fans can fan.
UConn shot 4 for 13 in the first quarter, while Marquette shot 4 for 16, but it's UConn holding a 3-point lead, 13-10, as we get ready to start the second quarter of this afternoon's game. Thanks for tuning in, everybody, especially big shout out to those of you tuning in via the Shady Sports Network. You guys are great. You guys are awesome. Thanks for tuning in. I really appreciate that. Now, for those of you that are tuning in via Snowman Multimedia, thank you for tuning in there as well. And a happy Valentine's Day to everyone that is tuning in this afternoon. And happy Valentine's Day, of course, to the love of my life. Y'all know her as Dr. K. That's my beautiful wife, Jody. And to my daughters, Sonia, Sam, and Cheyenne. And to my son, Dakota, celebrating with the love of his life. 13-10, UConn leads. UConn has currently defeated 5 ranked teams. They're 26-0. They're winning by nearly 40 points a game. And the last undefeated UConn team was the 2015-16 team that rolled through everybody and won the national championship. And they just scored the fewest first quarter points this season with 13. 13-10, UConn leads by 3. They'll have the ball to begin the second quarter. They'll have Arnold, Ziebell, Shade, Strong, and Fudd. Marquette responds with Volker, Utberg, Forbes, Muhlmans, and Weiss. It's Marquette ball as we start the second quarter. Volker on the right wing, out front to Forbes. Forbes on the drive, in on Strong, lefty hook, miss. Ball on the floor, comes down to KK Arnold. Back comes UConn the other way, up by 3. Arnold in the front court between the rings. Works her way to the right. Back to Ziebell on the left wing. To the right side, Fudd for 3. Splash! AZ Fudd with 9 to lead all scorers. Her third three-point field goal. And UConn has reestablished the 6-point lead, 16-10. Against full court pressure, they have it in play to Volker. Volker trots it up against KK Arnold. Volker, wraparound dribble shy of the timeline. Better get it across. She just does. Now on the left wing is Utberg. Utberg holds and looks. Out front, it comes to Weiss. Weiss has it on the right side to Muhlmans. Muhlmans on the drive. In on Ziebell. Picks up the dribble, looking for help. Now finds Forbes. 5 to shoot. Out front, Utberg for 3. Nope. Rebound on the floor. Back up. Nope. But a 30-second violation against Marquette. And UConn takes over, up by 6. And Marquette's coach is saying, didn't that hit the rim? And I don't think they're going to take a look at it. Yes, they are. They're going to take a review of this because if it hit the rim, the shot clock should have reset. It did hit the rim. It did hit the rim, so a quick review will give the ball back to Marquette. And I believe they should have a fresh shot clock. So we'll take a 100-second break. 8:53 remains in the second quarter. It is the UConn 16, Marquette 10. Back after this word from Klein for Chris. Hey, Chicago, it's time to climb. Excitement is in the air as we come together for something extraordinary. The Climb for Chris fundraising event, a celebration of strength, community, and unwavering hope. One of our own, Brother Rice class of 2009, a leader, a coach, a friend, a father, Chris Hilliard has spent his life lifting others up, guiding young athletes, inspiring students, and taking every chance to explore the world with his wife Lauren and their 1-year-old son. But in September of 2024, everything changed. Chris was diagnosed with a rare, aggressive brain tumor. Since then, he's been in constant, grueling treatment, traveling out of state almost every other week, from last-minute flights to long hotel stays to meals and rental cars. The bills add up fast. Chris is now a part of an international clinical trial, a treatment path that gives real hope. But staying in the fight means staying in the program, and staying in the program means more travel, more time away, and more mounting expenses. So now it's our turn to show up for him. Join us at Climb for Chris, featuring live music from Maggie Speaks, great food, drinks, raffles, and a community ready to stand tall. Every dollar raised goes toward Chris's medical and travel costs so he can focus on healing, not bills. Every $10 makes a difference, and if you can't give today, sharing the page helps more than you know. Chris is always the one who shows up when it matters. Now we climb for him. Be a part of the miracle. Be a part of the movement. Join us, support, pray, and share. Together, we climb. Learn more and contribute today at Climb for Chris by visiting climbforchris.com. (16:10). We're in the midst of a review as the shot in question did not hit the rim as time expired. The shot that I looked at was the shot that came after the original. The original shot did not hit the rim, so that is indeed a 30-second violation. UConn will have the ball up 6. UConn on the floor: Arnold, Ziebell, Shade, Strong, and Fudd. Sarah Strong, 3 points in the game. AZ Fudd leads all scorers with 9. KK Arnold brings it up. Arnold across into the front court, guarded by Utberg on the right wing. Ziebell has it out front, swings it left to Fudd. Fudd on the drive in from the left, lean in, flip, rimming, no. Ball tipped in the air, comes down out of bounds. It belonged to Connecticut. Change in time for our coverage of the Daytona 500 tomorrow. It'll be 1:15 because the race is set to start at 2:13. They moved the time up just an hour ago. Ashlyn Shade on the backdoor cut lays it in. And now UConn has their biggest lead at 8, 18-10, and 8:29 left in the half. A 3 by Muellmans. Yep. Muellmans hit the 3 from straight on, cutting the lead to 5, 18-13. KK Arnold back the other way. Starter step dribble on the drive in from the left, shoots it in off the glass. 20-13, 8:10 left in the half. Remember, UConn only scored 13 points in the first quarter. They have her tied up. And timeout, Marquette. They had Volker hemmed in the backcourt. It's a jump ball. It'll belong to Marquette. Later tonight, we will have live coverage of South Carolina and LSU from the Deaf Dome, called the Pete Maravich Assembly Center. This UConn pressure is relentless. I mean that, relentless. Now the officials are back at the table talking it over. KK Arnold has 6 points in the game. AZ Fudd leads all with 9. And it's a possession review that they are going over right now at the scorers table. It was a jump ball. And I believe the possessions are going to go to Connecticut. AC Fudd leads all scorers with 9 points. And of the players that are on the floor right now for Marquette, only Volker and Mullen scored. So let's review the Marquette lineup. Lee Volker on the floor, along with Bridget Utberg, Skylar Forbes, Jasia Bediako, the freshman from Ontario, the junior from Ontario, 6'3" junior from Ontario, I beg your pardon, and Jordan Mulmans, the junior from De Pere, Wisconsin. So Connecticut has possession. They have it in play to Ziebell. Jenna L. Alfie, that is Hickberg. Then it's stolen by Volker, flies in, missed the layup. Hickberg the rebound. Back the other way, back to the left, a three-pointer on the way. Missed that. Long rebound chased down by Marquette. Mulman's in the front court. They have numbers if they hurry. They have it on the push to Volker. Volker has it in the front court. Out front, Forbes. Forbes holds and looks. Hands it back to Volker, guarded by AZ Fudd. On the left side is Utberg. Utberg plays it in the left corner to Mulman's. Low left, Forbes. Forbes backs in on Sarah Strong. Goes up. Nope, foul called. And Forbes shoots two. So Forbes heads to the free throw line. Skylar Forbes, leading the team in scoring, drops the first free throw. It's 20-14. Forbes comes into today averaging 15.5 points per game. She's shooting 78% from the free throw line. And she knocks down two right there, 20-15. Both teams shooting under 40% from the floor. In the front court is Heiko. Heiko comes out front to Ziebell. Ziebell on the move to the right finds Fudd. 17 to shoot. Fudd out front to Williams. In the left corner, Heiko. Heiko drives in, lost the ball, stolen by Marquette. Back they come the other way. Forbes on the push. Utberg's three. Rimming, no. Rebound taken down underneath. Loose ball foul against Connecticut. Now they look to come in. They come in, play to Forbes. Bediako on the floor for the first time. The junior from Ontario. Here's a Volker three. Rimming, no. Rebound taken down by Fudd. 5-point lead, 6:45 for the half. Fudd in the front court. A straight on three. Short. Forbes the rebound for Marquette. Back to Volker. Volker back the other way. Volker on the drive. A 10-footer of the lane. Good. 3-point game. Marquette so far is hanging with UConn. Heichberg brings it up. Marquette 2 for 7 here in the second quarter. Williams on the right side. Williams hands it to Ziebell. Ziebell cut off at the free throw line, finds Heiken for three. And a loose ball foul underneath on Bediako. I keep saying Kaylee Heichel's name wrong. Heichel. Kaylee Heichel. I don't know where the bird came from because I've had to say Utberg so many times so far here in the game. That's all right. Just shaking the rust off. Baseline right. Heichel looks to come in. Comes in play to Fudd. Right baseline. Fudd slithers in. Had her shot blocked. Stolen by Utberg. That's where I keep getting the bird from. Ahead to Volker. Volker across the timeline. Hands it to Utberg. Utberg holds and looks. 6 minutes for the half. 20-17. UConn with the lead. They've led by as many as 8. On the right side is Volker. Volker on the drive in on Ashlyn Shea. Comes back out to Mulmans. Jordan Mulman stops foul line. Fakes. Comes back out to Forbes. Forbes backs up against Ziebell. 5 to shoot. Forbes flies in. Tied up. Jump ball belongs to Connecticut. Great job by AZ Fudd. I'm going to try the vertical stream tonight through OBS when I do LSU and LSU and South Carolina. See how you guys like that. Fudd off to the right. Works off the Williams screen. Fudd backs up for 3. Nope. Rebound, Bediako. Bediako ahead to Utberg. 3-point lead. Marquette can tie with a long one. And they're going to try it here as Muhlman's fakes, drives right baseline, shovel pass underneath the Forbes. Yep, and a foul called. They'll have a chance to tie. Sarah Williams with the foul. That's her second. And the team's third. Great pass from Muhlman's to a cutting Forbes. So Forbes, the leading scorer in the game. She has 1,000 career points in 3 seasons with Marquette. And now she shoots for the tie. And about Sarah Forbes, whose free throw is good, we have a tie game at 20. And now Forbes will depart, the 6'3" junior from Markham, Ontario. Played at Scarborough Prep. UConn with a shot at the lead. They've had a 7-point game wiped out. They haven't scored, UConn hasn't, in 2.5 minutes. Here comes Sarah Strong on the drive. Dump pass underneath to Al-Alfi. Layup is good with the left hand. And UConn indeed regains the lead, 22-20. Connecticut has 3 fouls in the quarter. Marquette has 1. Mason brings it up. Mason shy of the timeline. Better get it across. Ball is loose, and Connecticut's going to come up with a steal. And Marquette doubles on them and steals it back, but an over and back violation gives the ball to the Huskies. (22-20). UConn leads by a deuce. They've led by as many as 8. Muhlman's comes back in for UConn, for Marquette, beg your pardon. See what kind of adjustments Gina Auriemma will make in halftime. 10th turnover against Marquette. 4.5 of the half. On the left side is Strong. Sarah Strong holds and looks and now pops a 3. Rimming, no. Why are you taking that shot? Rebound, Weiss. Weiss is back on the floor. Mason, Utberg, Bediako, Muhlman's, and Weiss for Marquette as they look to tie or regain the lead with a long one. Mason off to the left. Mason had her pocket picked by Heichel. Heichel on the drive, left to right. Spins in the lane and shoots it in. Haley Heichel gives Connecticut a 4-point lead, and now the pressure's on, and they get another steal. Strong with a 15-footer. Short. All the shots have been short today, but Arnold gets the offensive rebound to Fudd. 18-footer, good from the left. And just like that, UConn out to a 6-point lead. Marquette wants time. We'll take it with him. 3:47 left in the half. UConn has scored 6 in a row to answer Marquette's 7-point run. We'll be back after these messages on Snowman Multimedia Sports.
SeatGeek is the ticketing app for fans like Boomstick Lady. No free throw is safe from the roar of her sticks. SeatGeek helps her find a seat in the direct eye line of the shooter so she can sit where her boomsticks make the biggest boom. Everybody okay? SeatGeek handles the tickets to sports, concerts, and more, so fans can fan.
Join the transporter to Hades.
Your butt and gut becomes one.
Join the reformer of hooker whores.
This is my daughter, Placenta Booty Johnson.
Join the bronze god.
Whenever you are in distress, take off your baseball cap and throw it in the air.
Join your very own superhero of broadcasting, Chris Bass.
So whatever color crayon they get, they palm it and do 2 circles, and that translates to, I can beat up black people.
As he takes you through the week's paces in Baseline Live.
We're back to play as that was a 30-second timeout taken by UConn. They just missed a shot, and They have it back in motion. Kaylee Heichel out front to Sarah Williams. That's why I kept getting the letters wrong. Williams holds to El Alfie. El Alfie holds right of the lane with 12 to shoot. Dump low right, Sarah Strong. Right-hand hook shot missed. Forbes the rebound. 6-point lead, 3 minutes left in the half. Utberg had the ball poked away. They dive for it. It's out of bounds. Which way? Stays with Marquette. And Connecticut is saying, better take a look at that. That Connecticut pressure will get to you. My friend Joseph Phillips used to say it all the time. That should belong to Connecticut. That should definitely belong to UConn, as it was off of Utberg. It was off of Utberg. I got a new visitor in the chat as they will take a break. Jan P says, let's go UConn. They did take a quick look, and it does belong to UConn. Now a chance to regain their largest lead of the game. On the right side, on the left side is AZ Fudd. Her shot's blocked by Forbes out of bounds. I'm going to get this. Just a matter of taking a lot of the rust off from not doing games consistently for 3 years. AZ Fudd went to the summit. Forbes met her at the summit and said, get that out of here. 4 block shots. A Fudd 3. Splash! AZ Fudd has a dozen. And it's 29-20. And they again turn on the pressure. Mason finds Forbes in the right corner. Travel. .234 left in the half. 8 turnovers this quarter for Marquette. 29-20. UConn leads by 9. This is their largest lead of the ball game. Left of the key is Fudd. Fudd turns and looks on against Utberg to the right side for Heichel. Underneath El Alfie, swings the hook shot up and in. 31-20. UConn leads by 11. With 2:04 left in the quarter, or left in the half, I beg your pardon. Mason has it out front. Mason holds and looks, finds Vice on the left wing. In the left corner is Forbes. She comes up shooting, missing. Long rebound, Vice has it. They volleyball it back out to Mason. Mason on the drive into the lane, lean in, flip, good. Jordan Mason with 7. And the lead is 9, 31-22, and 1:35 left in the first half. Coming up at halftime, it's the Fanatics halftime report. All the stats, facts, and figures of the first half, and we'll give you a preview of the second half and our second game. That's Fanatics. El Alfie has it at the foul line. 1 bounce dribble, picks it up. Haley Keuchel. I did it again. Back out to Arnold. Arnold fakes a 3 on the drive, in from the right, lays it up. Nope, foul called. Kaylee Heichel. I have to remember that name now. Now KK Arnold will head to the free throw line. Looking for points 7 and 8 on the afternoon. Kaylee Heichel gets a breather, and she was an absolute pest on that defense. She did a great job. KK Arnold, 6 points in the game, 7 with that free throw. Lead back up to 10, 32-22, and 1:13 left in the half. Second attempt on the way, good. 33-22, UConn leads by 11. This equals the largest. Vice on the drive in the front court, in the left corner, back out to Volker. Volker had the ball stripped, stolen, but a jump ball is called. It will stay with Marquette with 1:07 left in the half. They have it in play to Kennedy Brooks. The former Bolingbrook Raider has it on the walk to the right. Brooks has it out front. In the left corner of Forbes, but we get an offensive foul. 33-22, UConn by 11. We're inside of the Fanatics' final minute. 9 turnovers by Marquette this quarter, which has allowed Connecticut to extend the lead. Out to the right, Shade. Out front, Fudd for 3. Splash! 17 points for AZ Fudd in the first half, and UConn has their biggest lead at 14, 36-22. Half a minute for the half. There is a 7-second difference, shot clock to game clock. Kennedy Brooks standing dribble off to the right. Brooks reverses field, runs back to the left, guarded by Jana Al-Alfi in a switch. Kennedy Brooks on the approach. Works it right of the lane, splits the double team, trapped inside, underneath to Utberg. Her layup is no good. They got 10 seconds left, but a steal by Utberg. Whips underneath to Brooks. On the cut is Volker. She lays it in. You got 3 seconds left. I don't think they'll get a shot off. Arnold from 75 feet. Oh, she nearly banked that in. But that's the half. And your score at the end of the first half is UConn 36 and Marquette 24. We'll take a break and come back with our halftime activities presented by Fanatics after this.
SeatGeek is the ticketing app for fans like Boomstick Lady. No free throw is safe from the roar of her sticks. SeatGeek helps her find a seat in the direct eye line of the shooter so she can sit where her boomsticks make the biggest boom. Everybody okay? SeatGeek handles the tickets to sports, concerts, and more, so fans can fan.
Join the transporter to Hades.
Your butt and gut becomes one.
Join the reformer of hooker whores.
This is my daughter, Placenta Booty Johnson.
Join the bronze car.
Whenever you are in distress, take off your baseball cap and throw it in the air.
Join your very own superhero of broadcasting, Chris Bass.
So whatever color crayon they get, they palm it and do 2 circles, and that translates to I can beat up black people.
As she takes you through the week's paces in Baseline. Live every Saturday at 8 a.m. Eastern, 7 a.m. Central, Pacific time zone people, just stay asleep when this is on live and just catch the recording. Oh, I'm sorry. Exclusively on the Chris Bass YouTube channel.
Halftime here, and your score is UConn 36 and Marquette 24. Let's take a look at the team stats. UConn went 13 for 32 from the floor, almost 41%, 5 of 13 from distance. They hit all their free throws, 17 total rebounds, 9 total assists, and they only committed 5 fouls in the first half. For the Marquette Golden Eagles, they were 9 for 29 from the floor, 3 of 13 from distance. They hit all 3 of their free throws, all of them belonging to Forbes. 22 rebounds and 5 assists. Pretty well played first half by both teams, save the turnovers in which Marquette turned the ball over 10 times in the first 10 times in the first half of play. UConn had 7 steals, Marquette had 4. 9 assists for UConn compared to 5 for compared to 5 for Marquette. And your leading scorers in the game for Marquette, Jaden Mason and Lee Volker each had 7 points. Skylar Forbes had 5, and Jordan Mulemans had 3. For Connecticut, they were led by AZ Fudd, who led all scorers with 17 points, 6 of 14 from the field. KK Arnold was next with 8. Jenna Al-Alfi had 4. And Kaylee Heckel, what the heckle is that? I had so much trouble with her name in the first half. She finished with a pair. We'll take an extended break, and when we come back, we'll get you ready for the second half of not only this game, but the second half of our doubleheader, which features a big one in the SEC. 36 for Marquette, 24 for UConn. We're back after this.
Join Ryan McCarthy
I became a Jets fan because Kurt the Frog was my favorite Muppet because he was green, and the Jets wore green. That's how I became a Jets fan.
and Dustin Henry
ESPN is cashing all in on let's pay a few personalities and we'll just kind of fill in the gaps.
as they walk you through all of the world of sports from their perspective.
The Albany Empire, it's a literal circus.
No credentials required. Where, Ryan, say the tag.
Where you don't need a press pass to talk sports.
Every Monday at 8 p.m. Eastern, 7 p.m. Central. On YouTube and where you can find all podcasts. Whether it's news, the largest egg producer finds bird flu in chickens at a Texas plant, weather, devastating tornadoes rip through the heart of the United States, inspiration, a breast cancer survivor completed the journey of chemotherapy, and now begins a future one of matrimony or sports. Michael Jordan is shown on a photo with Diddy. LeBron James has a video extolling the virtues of a Diddy party. This has been yet another Beating a Dead Horse presentation. We got you covered. BS3 Network, in association with Comey Media Incorporated, proudly present The Morning Shift with Cole Johnson. Live every weekday at 8 a.m. Eastern, 7 a.m. Central.
$36-24, UConn leads by a dozen after leading by only 3 at the end of the first quarter. We got a Donnybrook for you later on tonight as we go to the Pete Maravich Assembly Center in Baton Rouge, Louisiana for number 6 versus number 3. The number 3 South Carolina Gamecocks and the number 3 LSU Tigers, live from here in the studio and from the Pete Maravich Assembly Center in Baton Rouge, Louisiana. I'll have the call beginning at 8 p.m. with our pregame, 8:30 for the tip-off time. And a happy Valentine's Day to all the folks who celebrate Valentine's Day. I know I certainly do, with the love of my life, my beautiful wife, Jody, who is working hard today. Jody, honey, I love you very, very much. And don't forget to tell your Valentine that. We have an extended break, and we'll come back with the second half of today's game. It is UConn 36 and Marquette 24. Getting all the buttons in places. I'm going to step away for a little bit. We'll be back with the second half after this. All right, we're ready to start the third quarter. AZ Fudd had it stuck on automatic in the first half. She finished with 17 points, 6 of 14 from distance. UConn ball to begin the third quarter. They'll travel right to left. KK Arnold across into the front court. Arnold, Shade, Strong, Williams, and Fudd, the starters on the floor for UConn. Strong off to the left. Now finds KK Arnold. Arnold works his way to the free throw line. Back to Strong. Underneath, Sarah Williams had the ball go off her foot, and it's stolen by Mason. Back comes Marquette left to right the other way. Forbes has it outside right. Forbes backs up for three. Rimming, no. Rebound, volleyballed around. It's on the floor. It comes back out to Forbes. They'll try it again. Out front, Kennedy Brooks. Brooks on the drive to the free throw line with a wraparound dribble. Backs out to the left wing. 18 on the clock. 9:49 left in the third quarter. Brooks leans over the dribble against Sarah Strong. Now Brooks on the attack left of the lane. Fakes, comes back out to Forbes. She'll try another three. Short. Ball on the floor to Volker. She shoots it in. 36-26. UConn's lead is down to 10. 9.5 left in the third quarter. KK Arnold has it this time on the right wing. Sarah Strong has it top of the circle. 3-point stripe. Works her way to the right. Hands it off to Fudd. Fudd on the drive to the free throw line. Kicks it left corner to KK Arnold. 14 to shoot. Arnold backs up left wing. 10 on the clock. And a foul underneath on Volker. That'll be her first and the first team foul of the third quarter. If it comes down to it, UConn has all of their timeouts remaining. (36-26) here in the third quarter. Strong has it on the left wing to Arnold. 18 on the clock. Arnold whips a pass underneath to Sarah Williams. Lefty hook, got it. Sarah Williams with her first basket, and it's 38-26. UConn again leads by 12. A minute gone in the third. Mason brings it up. Mason in the front court finds Volker deep on the left wing, guarded by Sarah Williams. Volker on the drive, left baseline, caught off by Williams, picks up the dribble, now finds Forbes. Skylar Forbes whipped the pass to the right side for Kennedy Brooks against KK Arnold. 13 to shoot. Brooks has it right wing, dump low right Forbes. Forbes backs in on Sarah Williams, lost the ball, comes back out to Mason. 5 on the clock. Mason steps in. Her shot blocked by Williams, cleared by Ashlyn Shade. Outlet pass to KK Arnold. Arnold on the drive into the front court. Arnold on the drive all the way. Scoop layup, missed. Rebound comes down to Volker. Back comes Marquette the other way. Mason on the attack. 3-on-2. Mason on the drive left of the lane. Pitch back out. 3-ball on the way. Rimming, no. Rebound comes down to Shade. Back comes UConn up a dozen. 8:14 for the third. KK Arnold at the controls on the left wing. Arnold whips a pass to Ashlyn Shade. Shade scoots to the lane. Comes back out to Fudd. Comes back to Shade. Back to Shade, foul line jump, rimming. No, it stayed out. Rebound, Sarah Williams. Back up, no. Rebound tip comes down to Vice. Now again, Marquette with a chance to cut it to 10 or 9 with a long one. Vice in the front court, straight on, 3-point stripe. Guarded by Sarah Williams. Holds and looks, finds Volker. Back to Vice on the right wing. In the right corner, Forbes. Forbes holds and looks against Sarah Strong. Back out to Brooks, 13 to shoot. Brooks holds and looks. 7:38 left in the third, 10 on the shot clock. Brooks leans over the dribble against KK Arnold. Arnold stabs at the dribble. Brooks on the drive, works off the Vice screen. 4 on the clock. 3, 2, 1. Brooks, fall away jumper, rimming, no. Rebound chased down by Arnold. 7:21 left in the third quarter, and Arnold brings it up. KK Arnold across into the front court, guarded by Mason. Hands it off to Fudd. Bounce past Sarah Williams. Or Sarah Strong, beg your pardon. Left of the key. 13 on the clock. Hands it off to Fudd. Fudd on the drive into the lane. Foul line jumper. Good. AZ Fudd has it stuck on automatic. She has 19, and UConn has the biggest lead at 14. 40-26 and 6:55 left in the third quarter. Mason brings it across into the front court. Leans over the dribble outside right. Mason works off the Forbes screen. Mason holds and looks. Looking for help. Out front, it comes to Vice. On the left wing is Brooks. Brooks holds and looks against Ashlyn Shade. 10 on the clock. Brooks on the drive into the lane. Gets Shade off of her. Now lean in, flip. Nope. Foul called on Ashlyn Shade. That's her first team foul of the third quarter. Let me send a shout to my buddy Michael Lyle, who is tuning in and working hard as well. One of my brothers in broadcasting and one of my brothers in life. Very, very dear friend of mine. Kennedy Brooks from Bolingbrook, Illinois, heads to the free throw line. First free throw, good. No one has missed a free throw yet in this ball game. The second attempt on the way, good. 40-28. UConn leads by a dozen, 6.5 in the third. Arnold in the front court outside right. Dump pass underneath to Sarah Strong. She lays it in. 42-28. UConn by 14, 6:20 for the third. Against full court pressure, they have it in play to Forbes. Now they have numbers. A lot pass ahead to Volker. Volker on the drive in from the right. Double fake. Back out to Mason. Mason holds right wing. Looking for help. Back left Kennedy Brooks. Brooks steps to the foul line. Now backs up to Volker on the left wing. Volker scissor dribble. Backs up for three. Good. 42-31. UConn by 11 and 5:55 left in the third quarter. Arnold walks it up. Lee Volker, 12 points of the game, 2 for 5 from distance. Arnold picks up the dribble, lobs it low for Sarah Strong. She shoots it in with the left hand. 44-31. Again, UConn by 13. UConn 4 out of 7 in the third quarter. Marquette 2 out of 7. Here comes Forbes with a spin, reverse layup, good. Forbes has been cooking in this ball game. She cuts the lead down to 11, 44-33, 5:20 for the third. KK Arnold across the timeline, guarded by Mason. Arnold bounces the dribble with a right hand over the top into Sarah Strong, splits the double team and shoots it in and draws the foul. It's the Sarah Strong show in this third quarter. They lead 46-33 with a free throw to come. Got rid of Vice, got to the hole, and put it in. And now Strong with a chance to extend the lead to 14, which would match their biggest lead of the afternoon. Strong has 9 points in the ball game. She shoots for point number 10, and she's got it. 10 points for Sarah Strong. It's UConn 47, Marquette 33, 5:08 left in the third quarter. At the timeline is Mason. Bounce pass Kennedy Brooks. They get it across into the front court. Kennedy Brooks outside left. Works off the Forbes screen. Now attacks. Back to the right side for Vice. Vice holding right of the key. Left side Brooks. Low left, they had it intended for Forbes, and it's stolen by Strong. Sarah Strong back the other way. Drives in. Foul called on Kennedy Brooks. I tell you, this Sarah Strong was dangerous last year. She's even more dangerous this year. Timeout on the floor. 4:45 left in the third quarter. It is UConn 47, Marquette 33, and they go to the foul line looking for more after this on Snowman Multimedia Sports.
SeatGeek is the ticketing app for fans like Boomstick Lady. No free throw is safe from the roar of her sticks. SeatGeek helps her find a seat in the direct eye line of the shooter so she can sit where her boomsticks make the biggest boom. Everybody okay? SeatGeek handles the tickets to sports, concerts, and more, so fans can fan.
Join the transporter to Hades.
Your butt and gut becomes one.
Join the reformer of hooker whores.
This is my daughter, Placenta Booty Johnson.
Join the bronze god.
Whenever you are in distress, take off your baseball cap and throw it in the air.
Join your very own superhero of broadcasting, Chris Bass.
So whatever color crayon they get, they palm it and do 2 circles, and that translates to, I can beat up black people.
As he takes you through the week's paces in Baseline. Live every Saturday at 8 a.m. Eastern, 7 a.m. Central, Pacific Time Zone people, just stay asleep when this is on live and just catch the recording. Exclusively on the Chris Bass YouTube channel.
UConn is cooking. They're on a hot streak. They've hit 4 of their last 4 field goals, and they have extended the lead, which was 12 at halftime, to 14, 4:45 left in the third quarter. It is UConn 47, Marquette 33, and give credit to this Marquette squad. They've been game this entire game, but I think this is the point where UConn decides to make their run. And as mentioned, UConn has hit their last 4 field goals. They haven't hit a 3 yet in this third quarter, but they have 2 free throws as we come out of the timeout. 1:30 tomorrow. It's the Great Daytona 500, and yours truly will call it. Now, they backed it up. It was originally supposed to start at 2:30. It's starting at 1:30. The green flag will drop at 2:13 Eastern. Jimmy Johnson just announced that the Daytona 500 will be his last NASCAR race. UConn, the only undefeated team in the nation. Tomorrow, Michigan State at 4 from Ann Arbor, 13 versus 7. And the number 2 UCLA Bruins have 3 wins versus the AP top 15. Sarah Strong to the free throw line. She's got 10 points in the game, 11 with that free throw. 48-33. 4:45 left in the third quarter. The last thing, if you're UConn, you want this Marquette team to do is to hang around. Just like Northwestern's hanging around against 7th-ranked Nebraska. Second free throw out. Rebound taken down by Bice. Jordan Mason in the backcourt. Mason trots it up against Daisy Fudd. Mason meets a double team. A lob pass to Perkins on the right wing. Kennedy Perkins with a scissor dribble off to the right, guarded by AZ Fudd. Bounce pass out front to Mason. Mason on the attack, left of the lane. Dump pass underneath to Vice. Lefty scoop, good. 48-35. Marquette stays within 13 and 4:15 left in the third quarter. Kaylee Heckel now on, and we get an offensive foul. Now a chance for Marquette to cut it to 11. And the look on Gina Oriema's face says it all. 48-35, 4 minutes left in the third as Mason brings it up. Mason on the move to the right. UConn 5 of 8 in this third quarter. Kennedy Brooks off to the left. Back right to Forbes. Now on the right wing is Mason. Mason back out front to Vice. Swings it left to Brooks. Brooks on the drive. 18-footer from the left. Banked in. And the lead is down to 11 with 3:40 remaining in the third quarter. Here comes Marquette again. This is the game. This is the kind of game that UConn has to win because it will further cement their mettle. They haven't been challenged since the Michigan game, or actually since Tennessee. They give it to Strong right of the lane. Sarah Strong holds and looks, pops the 18-footer. That's an air ball. Al Alfie looking to save it. It's out of bounds. It'll belong to Marquette with a chance to get it within single digits. Marquette has it in play to Vice. On the attack is Mason. Mason between the rings, beg your pardon. Plays it off to the left. Out front, Brooks. Brooks holds and looks. On the move to the right. Brooks picks up the dribble, finds Forbes. Left corner, Mason. Mason holds and looks against the double team from Fudd and Williams. Now they go over the top into Forbes. Swings the hook shot up. Good, and a foul called. 6 in a row for Marquette. And they look for 7 with this free throw. And here come the Golden Eagles again with the spirit of the man who whose name bears the name of their arena, the McGuire Center. Skylar Forbes to the free throw line. She has 9 points and 5 rebounds. The lead is 9. She's looking to cut it to 8. We're in the Big East this afternoon. Forbes' free throw is good. It's an 8-point game. And here they come again. Remember, they led 5-0. They've scored the last 7 in the last 90 seconds. Kaylee Heckel, front court to the right. Heckel picks up the dribble, dump down low to Williams. Williams backs in from the right against Vice, spins, shoots, scores. Sarah Strong has turned it on this quarter. She's got a baker's dozen, and it's a 10-point lead, 50-40, and 2.5 in the third. Mason brings it up against Daisy Fudd. Mason in the front court outside left. Mason standing dribble, plays it back to Brooks. Brooks on the move to the right. Vice sets the screen. Offensive foul. As Kaylee Heckel went flying. Offensive foul charged to Vice. And she will come out in favor of Muhlmans. So your Marquette lineup goes Volker, Mason, Utberg, Forbes, and Muhlmans. Connecticut's lineup to counter is Heckel, Ziebell, Shade, Strong, and Fudd. Now a chance to extend to a 12-point lead. Heckel brings it up. Heckel front court to the right, now finds Shade. Out front, Fudd. Fudd holds and looks. Strong at the free throw line, works her way in from the right, and Bediako and lays it in. It's the Sarah Strong show here in this third quarter. And the lead is a dozen. 52-40 with 2:07 left in the third. Remember, Marquette had just cut it to 8. Sarah Strong, 15 points in this first quarter. She scored 6 points this period. In play to Mason with 2:05 left in the third from the McGuire Center in Milwaukee. Mason across into the front court, bumped by Heckel. Mason picks up the dribble, gives it to Volker, back to Heckel, back to Mason flying in, lays it in. 52-42. 10-point lead with 100 seconds for the third. AZ Fudd trots it up. Now finds Ziebell, hands it off to Shade. Shade back to Fudd. Free throw line, Strong. Now back to Fudd. Fudd holds and looks. Hands it off to Heckel. Heckel to Strong on the left wing. 10 to shoot. A strong three. Got it! She's got 10 in this quarter. 18 for the game. And it's 55-42. 1:15 left in the third. Mason comes across into the front court. Guarded by AZ Fudd. 18 for Sarah Strong. 10 in this third. On the left wing is Forbes. Skylar Forbes picks up the dribble, looking to hand it off, does to Volker. Jump ball, stays with Marquette with 58.5 left in the third period. Everything working for Sarah Strong. And Gino Auriemma just may use Sarah Strong all the way to the finish of this ball game. They dump it low left to Forbes. Forbes picks up the dribble, now finds Muhlmans, back to Forbes, 4 on the clock. Forbes on the drive into the lane, lean-in shot, yes. Right as the shot clock went dead. 55-44 with a half a minute, with 43.5 left in the third. Full shot clock for UConn. Out front is Shade on the left wing, Ziebell. Back to Strong, backdoor to Ziebell, lays it up, left it short, rebound Mason. Chance to again, cut it to single digits. 28 seconds left in the third. Mason shy of the timeline. Bounce pass tipped away by Heckel. Gathered in by Volkel. Now they have it to Mason. Whips it all the way to the right from Muhlmans. A three. Long rebound. Saved in play. Who's got it? Connecticut has it. Ziebell flips ahead to Fudd. They tried to go underneath to Sarah Strong, but it was tipped away with 4.8 left in the third. Kaylee Heckel will bring it in, baseline right. Heckel looks, in play to Fudd. Fudd on the drive, all the way in, lean in, flip. Good! As time expires. AZ Fudd has 21, and UConn has a 13-point lead. It was as high as 15 as we head to the money period. At the end of 3, your score, UConn 57, Marquette 44. Does Marquette have another run left in them? You'll find out after this on Snowman Multimedia Sports.
SeatGeek is the ticketing app for fans like Boomstick Lady. No free throw is safe from the roar of her sticks. SeatGeek helps her find a seat in the direct eye line of the shooter so she can sit where her boomsticks make the biggest boom. Everybody okay? SeatGeek handles the tickets to sports, concerts, and more, so fans can fan.
Join the transporter to Hades.
Your butt and gut becomes one.
Join the reformer of hooker whores.
This is my daughter, Placenta Booty Johnson.
Join the bronze god.
Whenever you are in distress, take off your baseball cap and throw it in the air.
Join your very own superhero of broadcasting, Chris Bass.
So whatever color crayon they get, they palm it and do 2 circles, and that translates to, I can beat up black people.
As she takes you through the week's paces in Baseline. Live every Saturday at 8 a.m. Eastern, 7 a.m. Central, Pacific Time Zone people, just stay asleep when this is on live and just catch the recording. Oh, I'm sorry. Exclusively on the Chris Bass YouTube channel.
Here we go, the fourth and final quarter, as the UConn Huskies are hanging on, leading by 13, 57-44. And this is a UConn team that has been beating people by an average of almost 40 points. And yet Marquette is giving them a game today. Leading scorers in the game, AZ Fudd with 21, Sarah Strong 18 for UConn. And Volker and Forbes each lead with 12 for Marquette. UConn came into today's game shooting 53% from the floor as a team. They're at 48% right now. Marquette coming into today's game at 47. They're at 39.5. All right, folks, hold on to your seats. I look over here because that's where the game is. Hold on to your seats, folks, and here we go. The fourth and final quarter coming up. And Sarah Strong has been unleashed in the third quarter. She had 10 points in that third quarter, 18 for the game. Let me take that back. She had 15 in that third quarter. I shortchanged her and gave her only 10. She had 15 in that third quarter. I knew she was cooking. 18 for the game for Sarah Strong. AZ Fudd has 21. And now here we go. KK Arnold in the front court. It is Arnold, Ziebell, Shade, Strong, and Fudd for UConn as we start the money period. Arnold outside right, dump low, Sarah Strong. She lays it in. She's got 20. It's the Sarah Strong show in the second half, and UConn has reestablished their biggest lead at 15. It was 48-40. It's an 11-4 run, bridging the quarters for the UConn Huskies. Utberg has it on the left wing. Utberg directing traffic against KK Arnold, flies in, trap right baseline, comes back outside to Weiss. Weiss standing dribble off to the right, hands it off to Volker. Volker on the drive, right of the lane with 9 to shoot. Over the top pass, Utberg left wing, dump low left to Weiss. Weiss spins on Fudd and shoots it up, no good. Ball out of bounds. Nope. It's out. It is out of bounds. It is out of bounds, and it will belong to UConn. Janet Wharf, I hope I said that right, Janet, says, let's go UConn. Well, UConn's in the driver's seat, up 15. Out front it comes to Ziebell. Arnold dumps it low right for Williams. Or Sarah Strong, rather. Strong spins in the lane and shoots it in. She's got 22 points. Oh, baby. 19 in the second half for Sarah Strong. And it's a 17-point lead, 61-44. If you like what you see and what you hear, you can help us out with a super chat to the channel Snowman Multimedia. Down the lane comes Weiss. Her shot swatted out of bounds by Sarah Strong. If you like what you see and what you hear in our coverage of UConn women's hoops, we're following women's basketball all the way to the finish this year. Why don't you give us a help out with donation to the Cash App tag you see at the bottom of your screen, $ Tallman Dr. K50, or you can help us out with our Snowman's Road to Recovery on GoFundMe. A bounce pass for Vice is tipped and stolen by Shade. Arnold brings it up. Arnold across into the front court, finds Shade on the left wing, on the drive, in from the left all the way. Got fouled, lays it in. No call on the foul, but UConn is up 19 with 8:11 left in the money period. And now this is where UConn separates themselves. Forbes has it in the backcourt. She's trapped. She's in trouble. A lot pass tip, stolen by Strong. Strong flying in, shoots it up. No, rebound Forbes. Forbes had the ball tipped away. Ball on the floor. UConn's got it. They throw it underneath and it's stolen by Forbes the other way. Oh, man, back and forth we go. And now Forbes brings it up. Trapped by Shade. Bounce pass stolen by Fudd. Fudd with a freebie all the way. Lays it in. Fudd is 23, 65-44, and Marquette wants time. 7:40 remaining in the ball game. UConn picking it up and running away, leading 65-44. Back after these messages on Snowman Multimedia Sports.
SeatGeek is the ticketing app for fans like Boomstick Lady. No free throw is safe from the roar of her sticks. SeatGeek helps her find a seat in the direct eye line of the shooter so she can sit where her boomsticks make the biggest boom. Everybody okay? SeatGeek handles the tickets to sports, concerts, and more, so fans can fan.
Join the transporter to Hades.
Your butt and gut becomes one.
Join the reformer of hooker whores.
This is my daughter, Placenta Booty Johnson.
Join the bronze god.
Whenever you are in distress, take off your baseball cap and throw it in the air.
Join your very own superhero of broadcasting, Chris Bass.
So whatever color crayon they get, they palm it and do 2 circles, and that translates to, I can beat up black people.
As she takes you through the week's paces in Baseline. Live every Saturday at 8 a.m. Eastern, 7 a.m. Central, Pacific Time Zone people, just stay asleep when this is on live and just catch the recording. Oh, I'm sorry. Exclusively on the Chris Bass YouTube channel.
UConn on an 8-0 run. They are now shooting 50% from the field. They lead now 65-44. They're 6 of 14 from distance, 7 of 8 from the line. Not many fouls called in today's game. It's been a nice, clean game, but the pressure that UConn puts on you will burst your pipes, as Marquette is finding out the hard way. Remember, Marquette led this game 5-0 early on, and then UConn wrestled the lead from them, made it 8-5, and UConn has led since then, and that was midway through the first quarter. And now the Sarah Strong show is in full effect. She has 21 or 22 points in this ball game. AZ Fudd has 23, and Gina Oriema has gone with a Smurf attack. I take that back. Jana El Alfie is in the game now. So your lineup for UConn goes Arnold, El Alfie, Fudd, Ziebell, and Shade. Marquette counters with Volker, Mason, Bediako, Perkins, and Vice. 7:40 remains in the ball game. UConn 13 of 20 in the second half field goal wise. Marquette 8 out of 16, but that dismal first half by both teams, to want to be honest, but Marquette hit only 9 field goals in the first half. We're back to play as Mason brings it up. Mason brings it up against KK Arnold. They've turned the press off for now. Mason leans over the dribble. Now works her scissor dribble on the left wing. Ball poked away. She's able to get it back. Works off the Bediako screen and comes up shooting. No good, left of the key. Bediako the rebound. Follow good. Bediako with their first field goal. 65-46. 7:05 left in the ball game. KK Arnold across into the front court. At the timeline, finds AZ Fudd, back to Arnold. Arnold on the left wing, back to AZ Fudd. Fudd on the drive, comes up shooting right of the key. Long rebound, taken down by Perkins. Perkins back the other way, flips to Mason. Mason front court to the left. Bediako comes to set the screen. Now Mason on the attack, fakes, nearly traveled. None called. Volker has it this time. Bediako left corner, back to Volker. Three-pointer on the way, good. 65-49. And now Marquette scored the last 5, trying to get back in this ball game with 6:25 left. Ashlyn Shade at the controls finds Fudd. Fudd to Ziebell on the left wing. Out front, El Alfie fakes the handoff to Ziebell. El Alfie at the controls finds AZ Fudd at the free throw line, flying in left of the lane. Pitch back out to Shade, 7 to shoot. Ashlyn Shade on the drive into the lane. Right hand scoop shot is good. 67-49 and 4 minutes gone in the fourth. Mason trots it up. Mason across into the front court, guarded by KK Arnold. Mason backs up on the dribble, whips a pass underneath the vice. She shoots it in. 67-51, 5:40 for the money period. KK Arnold brings it up. 16-point UConn lead. AZ Fudd finds Ashlyn Shade. Now to Allie Ziebell. Ziebell scissor dribble against Vice, plays it to AZ Fudd on the right wing. 13 to shoot. Fudd comes up shooting. Rimming no. Rebound taken down by Mason. Chance to bring it down to 14. Brooks had her pass tipped, gathered in by Vogel in the left corner. Bounce pass stolen by Fudd. Fudd off the break. Fudd with a gimme. Lays it in with the left hand. 69-51. UConn by 18, halfway home in the money period. And it seems like they're going to remain undefeated. But Marquette gave them a challenge today. On the right side is Mason. Mason holds and looks. Vice comes to set the screen. Mason uses it, still holding the dribble. Out front, Bediako. Bediako steps up, 20-footer ahead of the key. A brick. Rebound, Jana El Alfie. Hands to KK Arnold. Arnold brings it up in the front court. Arnold standing, dribble off to the right. El Alfie comes to set the screen. Arnold does not use it. On the fly, in from the right. Pitch back out Ziebell. Left side, Ashlyn Shade for 3. A brick. Rebound, volleyball back out to Shade. Shade on the drive into the lane. 10-footer. Rimming no. Rebound taken down by El Alfie for a moment, but gathered in by Brooks. The long out-court pass gathered in by Volker. Volker outside left. Out front, Bediako. Bediako on the move to the right finds Brooks. Kennedy Brooks backs up on the dribble. 3:58 left. Volker outside left. 10 to shoot. Volker standing dribble against Fudd. 6 on the clock. On the right side is Mason. Mason looks for help. 3 to shoot. 2 to shoot. Mason fadeaway 20-footer. Rebound KK Arnold. Arnold back the other way. On the fly. In from the left. Steps through and lays it in. KK Arnold with 10. Third player in double figures for UConn. And the lead is back to 20 with 3:28 left. AZ Fudd leads all scores with 25. Brooks gets away from Arnold. Bediako sets the screen. Here comes Brooks, working her way to the right. Picks up the dribble, now finds Vice. Vice plays it left to Volker. Volker comes back out between the rings. On the drive, right of the lane, now back in. Stumbles, and a jump ball. Thought they were going to call a travel for a moment, but it's a jump ball. So if Marquette gains possession, there'll be 4 on the shot clock. And a lead to this timeout. 3:08 remains in the ball game. It is UConn 71, Marquette 51. Back after this timeout.
Whether it's news, the largest egg producer finds bird flu in chickens at a Texas plant, weather, devastating tornadoes rip through the heart of the United States, inspiration, a breast cancer survivor completed the journey of chemotherapy, and now begins a future one of matrimony or sports. Michael Jordan is shown on a photo with Diddy. LeBron James has a video extolling the virtues of a Diddy party. This has been yet another beating a dead horse presentation. We got you covered. BS3 Network, in association with Comey Media Incorporated, proudly present The Morning Shift with Cole Johnson. Live every weekday at 8 a.m. Eastern, 7 a.m. Central.
SeatGeek is the ticketing app for fans like Boomstick Lady. No free throw is safe from the roar of her sticks. SeatGeek helps her find a seat in the direct eye line of the shooter so she can sit where her boomsticks make the biggest boom. Everybody okay? SeatGeek handles the tickets to sports, concerts, and more, so fans can fan.
(71-51), UConn holds the lead. Later tonight, we got a good one in the SEC in women's basketball as the third-ranked South Carolina Gamecocks travel to the Pete Maravich Assembly Center to take on the sixth-ranked LSU Tigers. Tip-off time set for 8:30 Eastern. We'll be up at 8:15 with our pregame show. In the first quarter, Marquette led this game 5-0. They scored the first 5 points of the game. And then all of a sudden, something turned on for the reigning champions. And they are running away right now, leading by 20, 71-51. The UConn undefeated seasons, first it was 1995, led by Rebecca Lobo. Then they did it 7 years later in 2002, 7 years after that, in 2009. They did it the next year, 2010. Then Gino did it again in 2014 and then 2016. And that's just 6 of their national championships, 6 of their 12 national championships. You heard me right, 12 national titles for UConn. They have 42 straight wins, 62 straight Big East wins, and 21 of at least 25 or more. That may come to an end this afternoon, but I think Gino will take the win more than a streak of beating people up by 25 or more. They have it in play to Mason. Mason forces the shot up. No good. Forbes tips the rebound out to Utberg, and a loose ball foul against UConn. I think Gino Auriemma, from his heart, he loves having his team beat people up by 25 or more, but I think he'll take the win after the way Marquette was so game for them today. Out front is Volker, hands to Mason. 2:58 left. Mason on the drive in the lane, fakes on Fudd and lays it in off the glass. 71-53. 2:48 left. Kaylee Heckel in the front court. Heckel, Shade, Fudd, Ziebell, and Al Alfie. As Sarah Strong's day is done after a terrific second half. They run out to Weiss, flying in, shoots it up, no good, foul called. And Weiss shoots a pair. UConn came into this game scoring 90.9 points per game. Well, they won't get to 90. Daniel Berry, what's going on, my friend? Thanks for joining this afternoon. Well, they won't get to 90 points, but they will come away with the win. Haley Weiss, 6 points, 7 rebounds on the afternoon. First free throw, no good, off the back of the rim. (71-53) and now 54 as Weiss now with 7 points in the game. Volker leads with 15, Mason 11, Forbes 12 for Marquette. AZ Fudd has 25 to lead all scorers for UConn. Arnold has it out front. Arnold on the drive, pitch out left corner to Shade. Underneath is Heckel. She comes up shooting, rimming no. Rebound taken down by Utberg with 2 minutes left. Mason in the front court finds Forbes, low right. Backs in on Ayanna Patterson and lays it up, no good. Arnold the rebound. 1:55 remaining. Cross-court pass to Ziebell, a three-pointer left corner, missed it. Long rebound chased down by Ashlyn Shade, but she was out of bounds. The ball will belong to Marquette. UConn's biggest lead was 21. That came at 65-44. Underneath to Vice, she goes up, had her shot blocked by Patterson, cleared by Patterson. KK Arnold has it on the push with 90 seconds remaining, hands it back to Shade. Shade dancing on the dribble at the free throw line, comes back out left wing, or right wing, plays it back to Arnold. Arnold with a fake, comes out front to Shade. Shade on the drive right of the lane, lean in 20-footer. Nope, rebound Volker. Volker brings it up with 70 seconds remaining. Here comes Jordan Mason on the drive. Off to the right, finds Forbes for three. Patterson the rebound. Hands to Arnold. And we're down to the final minute. Yeah, I think Gino Auriemma will take the win. And he's won games like this where you get on such a roll and you just expect to blow teams out. And then Marquette gives you a game like this, even though Marquette's up, UConn's up double digits. Ayanna Patterson's shot rims out, 40 seconds remaining, and the rebound comes down to Mason. So this would be the closest win for UConn since Michigan earlier in the year. Underneath the Forbes, she swings the shot up, no good, but a foul called. And Forbes shoots two with 30.5 seconds left. Wednesday, they travel to Villanova, and then on the 22nd, they host Providence, and then Georgetown for Senior Day on the 26th, and then they finish at St. John's to close out their regular season schedule. Then they get 5 days off, and they'll play in the Big East tournament. Forbes' free throw is good. 71-55 with 30.5 seconds remaining in the ballgame. The second attempt on the way, good. 71-56. And they don't have to shoot the ball. So UConn will pick up the win, but it was not easy. For anyone who paid attention to this game, it was not easy for the UConn Huskies. And applause to Marquette for giving them a heck of a game today. This is the kind of game that UConn is going to have down the stretch. And now the fans in the McGuire Center stand and applaud both teams for playing a great game today. And that is your final. Are they going to put a half second back on the clock? Don't put that half second back up. The clock ran out. Hi, Pumpkin. Yeah, they're going to put a half second back up. You got to do it. In play to Utberg, and this ball game is over. The UConn Huskies make it 27 in a row, 16 in a row in the Big East this season, and they defeat the Marquette Golden Eagles. I nearly said Marquette Warriors earlier in the game. But as Pumpkin joins me for the post-game, your final score, UConn 71. We'll come back. Game wrap-up after these messages on Snowman Multimedia Sports.
SeatGeek is the ticketing app for fans like Boomstick Lady. No free throw is safe from the roar of her sticks. SeatGeek helps her find a seat in the direct eye line of the shooter so she can sit where her boomsticks make the biggest boom. Everybody okay? SeatGeek handles the tickets to sports, concerts, and more, so fans can fan.
Join the transporter to Hades.
Your butt and gut becomes one.
Join the reformer of hooker whores.
This is my daughter, Placenta Booty Johnson.
Join the bronze car.
Whenever you are in distress, take off your baseball cap and throw it in the air.
Join your very own superhero of broadcasting, Chris Bass.
So whatever color crayon they get, they palm it and do two circles, and that translates to, I can beat up black people.
As he takes you through the week's paces in Baseline. Live every Saturday at 8 a.m. Eastern, 7 a.m. Central, 5 No, Pacific Time Zone people, just stay asleep when this is on live and just catch the recording. Oh, I'm sorry. Exclusively on the Chris Bass YouTube channel.
Well, the game, but UConn holds on for the win. And your final score, UConn 71, Marquette 56. UConn moves to 27-0 on the season, 16-0 in the Big East. The only streak that gets broken is that UConn didn't blow Marquette out by 25 or more, but they did get the double-digit win. And let's go over our final totals of the ball game. For UConn, they were led by AZ Fudd, who put on a show today, 10 of 20 from the field, 5 of 8 from distance. She finished with 25 points. Sarah Strong gets our player of the game because she was held to 3 points in the first half. She finished with 22, and she had 19 in the second half, 15 in the third quarter. So she finished with 22 points. Down the line, KK Arnold with 10, Ashlyn Shade had 6, Sarah Williams had a pair, Jana L. Alfie had 4, and Kaylee Heckel had 2. Allie Ziebell and Ayanna Patterson played but did not score. For the game, Connecticut finishes at 45% from the field, 29 of 64, 6 of 17 from distance. They were 7 of 8 from the free throw line, 29 rebounds, 17 assists. They had 10 turnovers in the ball game. They blocked 7 shots, and they came up with 13 steals. For the Marquette Golden Eagles, in a losing effort, they were led by Lee Volker, who finished with 15 points. Sarah Forbes was next with 11, and congrats to her for having 1,000 points on the season. Jordan Mason finished with 11. Then we go down the line with Kennedy Perkins, who finished with 4. Haley Weiss had 7. Jordan Bediako finished with a pair, and Jordan Muhlmans finished with 3. Marquette shot 37.5% from the field, 25 from distance. They were only 5 for 20, 9 of 10 from the free throw line. They had 42 total rebounds, 22 turnovers, 4 blocks, 5 steals, and 13 assists. And that is your statistical breakdown inside of our post-game show presented by Fanatics. Man, we hope you enjoyed this one, as we definitely enjoy bringing it to you. The next time we'll have you will be later tonight, when the South Carolina Gamecocks, ranked 3rd in the nation, will take on the LSU Tigers, ranked 6th in the nation. And I got those records wrong. I'm gonna have to fix that. I'll fix the graphic and make sure everything is kosher and ready to go for tonight. 8:15 is our pregame show, as we will start our coverage. We'll start our coverage at 8:15, and then the tip-off will be at 8:30 from the Pete Maravich Assembly Center in Baton Rouge, Louisiana. Thumbs up for UConn, as the Lady Huskies continue to steamroll toward a second consecutive national championship. They take care of Marquette today with 4 games left in the regular season. Final score, UConn 71, Marquette 56. We hope that you enjoyed it, as we enjoy bringing it to you. Now, I got a few things to take care of here around the house, and I'll be back tonight for LSU and South Carolina. So long, everybody, and God bless you for tuning in. Preceding has been a presentation of Snowman Multimedia Sports. Don't forget tonight, LSU and South Carolina from the Pete Maravich Assembly Center. So long, everybody.